What's up? We're out here at the property. The delivery of the mini excavator should be here any minute. I thought he was gonna beat me here, but he's not here yet, so I think he'll be here any minute. We got a 10,000 pound mini X getting dropped off. We got it for a week. You can see here, this is the property. This is a landing down below. I was able to score this guy from our neighbor, the 1958 case. It's pretty old, but we got the job done for what we needed it to do. Kind of had to scramble to get the soil test done for the septic. Short notice, so I got this thing. Here, I'll flip this around here. This is that backhoe. It's a 58 case. It is old, but it definitely gets the job done, that's for sure. We'll go ahead, we'll walk up the property here. I'll show you where everything's going to be. We ended up with, on the zoning map it says 9.3 acres. On the county map for the actual property lines, it says 9.8 acres. So we got roughly 9.5 acres, something like that. It's gonna need a lot of work. You can see all in here. The whole hillside's been all sloughing off. I'm going to come in with this mini and kind of dig all this out over here, push it all this way, and make this road a little wider, more level. That way there's no issue in the winter. And it's already going to be a little hairy because it's a small climb. Oh, there's our mini. He just got here. He's down there. We'll go down and help him. I'll get back to this here in a bit. So we got the mini unloaded. I ran down and helped him. He just left. He pulled out there. So now we got a little job site going on down here. Finally. Been waiting, what? I don't know, maybe 3 weeks for this. It just seemed like it was one thing after another trying to get all the paperwork squared away. They had split this land in 2007, but they never recorded it. They never actually followed through with the full split, so it was a hassle going through planning and zoning and the county and getting this thing split officially. But we got it split. Now we got equipment out here. So let's check this thing out a little bit. See what we got here. It's a Kubota 44, so it's a 10,000 pound machine. The nice thing about this is that blade here, the small little blade. I'll figure the finger thing out here one day. It's a 6-way, so it tilts this way as well. A lot of the minis just go up and down and side to side, but this one angles into the earth too, which is going to be super helpful for cutting that road out. That road's got a little bit of a lean to it. So this will be nice. This thing's sweet. It's got the thumb there. That's going to make it super easy to pluck these trees out. I'm going to wheel it up here though. I'll get to the site location and kind of show you what we got going on. Hoping to do a little before and after because it's a lot of work. up here. It's hard to tell. These things are actually really stable. So it's hard to see the lean of the road that we got going on here. You can tell that we got a little bit of a lean, but it's not bad in this machine. We're gonna have to get all this scarfing out of here. I'm gonna have to cut all that back. This whole hillside scarf the whole way up here. But I'm gonna start on this location for the shop first. That's gonna be the front of everything here. Try to see, turn this a little bit. Coming up on one of the test holes that I had to dig yesterday. That one wasn't usable, but one of them ended up working out. It worked out good. Alright, we'll park this thing here for now. Alright, show everybody what we got going on here. So yesterday, I had to dig all these test holes. This is just one, and this one's not even deep. This is about 5 feet deep, and he wanted them 8 feet deep. But we did have one that passed. It's up the hill a little ways over here. That one was good. The soil was good. It was close enough to the location that I'm going to be putting everything. That's another one. None of these lower ones, we got another one over there. None of these lower ones were usable. One, because it was either too close to the creek down there, or two, being the location of the test hole wasn't close enough to the location of my tank and leach field. Which is understandable, you know. And the guy, he worked with us. He was really pleasant to work with. We were out here measuring everything, making sure we were far enough away from the creek. So we ended up with a soil type of a B2. I have no idea what that means. But the state inspector said we have B2, which is mid-grade. It's not excellent, but it's not the worst, which worked out well because with a B2, you have to be at least 200 feet away from the creek to have a leach field. And we're gonna go up and I'll show you the test hole we did up here. Where this test hole is at, we ended up being 230 feet, I believe. 230 something feet, 37 maybe. So we were over it, not by much, but we're over it. So that worked out perfect. You can see it, we're coming up to it here. This was Harry getting that 1958 case up here. This is why I didn't want to go much further. You got these little drainage rolls from when they cut this road years ago. And that thing is very tippy. So this was the hole that ended up being acceptable. And the guy that came out, his name was Ryan Johnson. He was super reasonable. I was winging it with these holes here. You can see it's only a bucket width. It should have been wider. And it should have been deeper. This one was about 7 feet. And it needed to be deeper, really. But he was super reasonable to work with. And he really helped me out. Because, you know, I kind of explained the situation I was in and told him, hey, I just didn't feel safe getting that machine up here much further. Sorry about that. I got a phone call from the old man. I don't know where I was at with this, but so let's see. So let me see if I can try to do this here. Where are we at? All right. So these trees here, all these trees, mostly birch. There's a couple aspen, there's cottonwood. I'll flip this around here. So you can see how the road goes up. and the road goes back down this way. So it's a hairpin corner that loops around here, so that essentially has a little island of trees right here. You see this is the road going back down this way. So this little island of trees is going. All this junk is going to be out of here. I'm hoping to be able to level this out, grade it out, and have a big enough landing to do that 36 by 48 shop with almost 1,000 feet of living quarters in it. And I'll show you how I kind of came upon the term island of trees here with the road surrounding it. There's another old cut. It must have been from when they logged this place years ago. But this cut here that runs up through the trees, that goes all the way up to the road up there. And you can almost see it through there, but that goes up to the road. So essentially, that puts all these trees kind of locked between a road, so I'm calling it an island of trees. I'm sticking with it. So this whole area, it's going. I'm gonna take a step back and try to take some pictures to try to do a little before and after, but it's gonna look a lot different, and I think it's gonna look a lot different pretty quick. Really quick. So, we'll see. Might, like I said, I'm gonna take some pictures and kind of come up with just a real vague plan. It's tough to come up with anything before you have your building site. You come up with like a real vague plan. I mean, at least pluck all these trees out here and probably save most of them for firewood. It's only March 6th, so we'll have plenty of time to dry over the summer. So yeah, I'll deck all these up somewhere. All the ones that are worth saving, at least. The other ones we'll just brush up and pile them and burn them, unfortunately. So yeah, vague plan, maybe a little safety meeting, and we'll get right to it.
Thank you.